Everybody, welcome once again to Adrian Young Christian Ministries International. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing various studies on the Word of God. You can find them on my YouTube channel. Hit my YouTube link. Go on my profile. Hit the YouTube link. It will take you on my YouTube channel. Go over there, leave a comment, like, share, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post more videos. Also, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching from other social media platforms, my username on YouTube is Pastor Adrian Young. I've posted some Bible studies on various books of the New Testament. You can go over there and you watch any one of those that interest you the most. Now I'm gonna divert a little from the teaching about on the books of the Bible. So now I'm gonna teach you something very different about how to fix my life. How to fix my life. How to fix your life. And ladies and gentlemen, those of you who want to know where I get this topic is borrowed from my former pastor and colleague in the faith, Pastor Michael Carter. He also wrote a book. This is his book called Fix Your Life. Those of you who are interested in this book, you may WhatsApp or call me, Pastor Adrian Young, 1-876-418-3424, and I will tell you how you can acquire this book, or you can purchase it from Adrian Young Christian Ministries International. Why I gravitate towards this book, ladies and gentlemen, is because this book can help to change your entire life, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll be reviewing this entire book, giving my comments on it. I'll be reading, I'll be sharing from it, ladies and gentlemen, so that those of you who want a copy of this book, you can order from me and I'll get it to you at a cost. Alright? So, we're going to be looking at how to fix your life. How to fix your life. Right? So, day one, fix things quickly. You know, all those bills that you have piling up from long time, and you keep putting them off. The quicker you fix them, the better for you. It said, take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines, for our vines have tender grapes. You'll find that in Song of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 15. Life made or broken by the little things. So life is made or broken by the little things. Every little things we do matter. Every little things we do matter. This may be the most important thing that I say in this entire book. A lot of the woes we experience in life could be stayed if we learn the art of fixing things as soon as something go awry. As soon as it go awry, we get it fixed. Right? Soon as it go awry, we get it fixed. Soon as something goes out of place, we fix it quickly. So you see, life is made or broken by the little things. Every little thing we do matter. This may be the most important thing that I may say in this entire book. A lot of the woes we experience in life could be stayed if we learn the art of fixing things as soon as they go awry. You know, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as you find things out of place, you get it fixed. Get it fixed. Things will happen. The milk will spill. The pipe will leak. Just don't live with it like that. So life will throw things at you. You know, things will happen. The milk will spill. The pipe will leak. Just don't live with it like that. Fix it as soon as you identify the problem in your life, fix it. else it's going to become a bigger problem that will affect you later. Don't say it is small, so I will leave it unattended. You got to fix the small matters. The small bill that you don't pay today can become a big financial burden to you tomorrow. The small relationship that you don't fix now, the small problem in the relationship that you don't fix now can cost you the entire relationship later. So don't say it is small, so I will leave it unattended. Fix the small problem, because it is a small problem that goes into big ones. Recently I had some workmen working in my home. I noticed how much cement they spill in one area. I encouraged them to clean it up, but they pleaded for time to rest and then neglected it. Over 3 months later, it got hardened that it will be very hard and expensive to remove it. So ladies and gentlemen, if they had cleaned up the spill, they had cleaned up the cement that they spilled immediately as it spilled, then 3 months later it wouldn't have become more expensive and harder to clean. The cement wouldn't have hardened and it wouldn't have become harder to clean. It's easier to clean a cement that just get spilled than to wait until it's hardened. When it's hardened, it can be more expensive and very hard to clean. So as soon as you see a problem in a specific area in your life, get it fixed. Get it fixed before it becomes a problem later. I encouraged them to clean it up, but they pleaded for time to rest and neglected it. Over 3 months, it got so hardened that it will be very hard and expensive to remove it. Many things we delay end up costing so much more later. The major reasons we procrastinate is laziness and indiscipline. Discipline yourself. Why do we procrastinate many times? It is because of laziness. Too lazy to deal with the problem when you see it. And indiscipline. We don't discipline ourselves to take care of problems as soon as they are identified, and as a result of that, it becomes a burden and a thorn in our flesh later. Yes, that is what all of our fancy excuses amount to: laziness. All our fancy excuses amounts to laziness and indiscipline. Be someone who gets over with it quickly. So as soon as you identify the problem, get it over quickly. Be someone who gets it over quickly. This law can be applied to many things, from pipes to relationships. Many allow things to go from bad to worse, hoping that someday it will get better. Listen to me. If you identify a problem, fix the problem as soon as you identify it. Don't just leave it unattended, hoping for someday that it will get better. If you're experiencing problem in your relationship, fix it quickly. Don't just neglect it, else it's gonna be a bigger problem later. Don't just ignore it, saying that things will get better. If you identify the problem, deal with it now. Treat it as urgency as soon as you identify it. So always remember that problem creates problem. Problem create problem. Please know this. Problem create problem. A section of the roof in the building I lease was leaking. A section of the building I leased was leaking. One day it rained and water leaked through our roof and floor and went down to our neighbor below us. We had to fix our roof and theirs too. See what I'm talking about? So if he had just fixed the leak, if he had just fixed the little leak that he discovered in his roof, he wouldn't end up have to fix his roof and then the neighbor's roof. because that problem would have been fixed a long time ago and it would have cost him less money. That's how it is, ladies and gentlemen, when we neglect the small matters. It becomes a big problem later. Every January, you look at your life and see how messed up things are. It is usually after this introspection that resolutions are made. So many of us made a New Year's resolution based on our evaluation of our life throughout the past year. But like I said, until fixed things quickly becomes a habit, you cannot begin to see real success in your life. Look, I am saying it will be easy. Listen, it's not going to be easy. I'm not saying it will be easy. No way. But you need to begin to follow up on things. Don't just start something and leave it halfway. Follow up on it. Leaving them unattended got you in trouble in the first place. It is because you didn't fix the problem why it get you in trouble in the first place. What I am saying is beyond broken pipes. The pounds you refuse to lose become the beginning of health issues. Later you begin to experience diabetes, hypertension, all of these things that comes from being overweight. Why? Because when you see yourself starting to put the weight on, you don't do anything about it. You just ignored it, and over a time it becomes an health issue. So ladies and gentlemen, so is it when you neglect the small matters. You leave the small matters unattended. So what I'm saying is beyond broken pipes. The pounds you refuse to lose becomes the beginning of health issues. The credit card that is left unpaid generates so much interest and legal woes that you need to take my advice and act now. So all those of you who have credit card debt, deal with it now. Don't wait until, don't leave it unattended and then it becomes a legal issue later. You are going to feel overwhelmed at first. That means it's going to be hard for you to deal with the small matters at first. Sometimes, you know, you experience hunger when you're solving your immediate problem. You experience hungry, but in the end it will be well worth it because you're dealing with the small matters before it becomes a big problem. You are going to feel overwhelmed at first, and not all that I am suggesting can be handled in one day. However, you need this. We have to face the facts of life. Over the years you have been digging yourself into a hole, and all you are saying is that someday you will get out. Life doesn't work like that. Matter of fact, go get some white paper. You are going to need lots of it because the next 29 days will make you feel like you are remodeling your life. Don't wait until you hit a breaking point to fix things. Don't wait until you reach a breaking point to fix things. It takes a sick bed in a hospital before some people decide to see a nutritionist. Always remember that prevention is way cheaper than the cure. Getting frustrated will not work. We need to fix things. So, ladies and gentlemen, attention, attention, attention. Don't blame anyone for it. Not your spouse, not the children. You choose love. Doesn't use the excuse that love chose you. So you choose love. Don't use the excuse that love chose you. If your name is on an account with someone who has a loan that went bad, too bad. So if you have your name on an account, bank account, that with someone who has a loan, somebody who has a lot of money, that is too bad for you. That is way too bad. You need to find a way to pay and clear your name, and also ditch your name for that person. Detach your name from that person. Detach your name from that person, else that person is going to cause you to pay for what you didn't eat. Okay, start working on these and see you in chapter 2 tomorrow. Not today. You have lots of homework to do. So the lots of homework that you have to do is fix the small things. You see a problem, fix it. You see a small problem, fix it before it becomes a big one. I am reading from Pastor Carter's book, Fix My Life. Fix My Life. That's the name of the book. All right. It's 30 strategies that are guaranteed to change your life and finances in 30 days. Those of you who want a copy of this book, you may WhatsApp or call me, Pastor Adrian Young, 1-876-418-3424 to get your copy. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you can inbox me to get your copy at a cost. Hallelujah. Day 2. Study something new. Study something new. You want to grow. You want to increase your mental awareness. You want to increase your intellect. Study something new. Whether it be business, whether it be evangelism, whatever it is that interests you, always study something new. This is very good for your human development when you study something new. During the first year of his reign, during the first year of his reign, Daniel learned from reading the word of the Lord as revealed to Jeremiah the prophet that Jerusalem must lie desolate for 70 years. And you find this in Daniel chapter 9 verse 2. What if I told you that you could do more and more than this present level? What if I told you that you could do more and be more than this at this present level? Some would laugh me to scorn because you will begin to list what you do not have and use this as a reason to stay small. Don't use what you don't have as a reason to stay small. You can be more than where you are now. The level that you are at now, you can be more than that level. Don't settle for just that small level where you're at now. Always push yourself. Your life was never meant to be small. God wants you blessed, but you have a limit set on you. You have a limit set on you. Oh yes, we are limited to what we know. This is scary. This is a scary fact that should prompt us to go out there and get something in our heads. We are only limited by what we know. That's the limit that is set on us. We are limited to what we know, but we can be greater than we are if we learn something new. This is a scary fact that should prompt us to go out there and get something in our head. There are some people I call the typewriter people. In the early 90s, there were many people who used the typewriter and felt very comfortable with it. However, the new millennium rang in, so did a widespread use of the personal computer. And guess what? You got it right. The typewriter people who refused to learn something new went out the door with the typewriter. Times change, so prepare yourself for it. Don't just stuck at 2G network, because there are some persons here in Jamaica, especially in the rural area, that were stuck with a 2G network. And now that one of the telecommunication companies have closed down their 2G network, many persons were complaining because their phones doesn't work anymore. While if they had bought a smartphone, they wouldn't have been affected at all. Why? Because they would have been prepared for the change in time. So time change, so always prepare yourself. Don't be stuck at just a typewriter, right? Because persons don't use typewriters anymore. People use email now, and SMS and all of these stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So and persons now use personal computer and all of those stuff. So I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself. Always study something new. That way you will prepare yourself for this changing world. So read their books, but don't drink their don't drink their wine. Read their books, but don't drink their wine. That is the typewriter people. The people who are just stuck at typewriter. Read their books, but don't drink their wine. Don't be stuck at just being a typewriter type of person. Stop saying that I am a Christian, so I don't like to go among the unsaved. Remember Daniel, you can read their books and still not be drunk on their wine. That means you can read books for knowledge, but you don't have to do things their way. You don't have to do what they do. The king ordered Ashpenaz, chief of his court official, to bring into the king's service some of the Israelites from the royal family and the nobility, young men without any physical defect, handsome, showing appetite for every kind of learning, well-informed, quick to understand, and qualified to serve in the king's palace. He was to teach them the language and literature of the Babylonians. The king assigned them a daily amount of food and wine from the king's table. They were to be trained for 3 years, and after that, they were to enter the king's service. Daniel chapter 1, verse 3 to 5. Are you marketable enough? You need to make yourself marketable. How do you make yourself marketable? Develop yourself. Study to show yourself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly divided the word of truth. Study, ladies and gentlemen, to make yourself marketable. Become an expert at something, whatever it is that you're good at. Become an expert at it, because, ladies and gentlemen, what people hire experts. People hire persons who are expert at things. You're expert at security, persons will hire your company. You're an expert in accounts, persons are gonna employ you to be their accountant, and so on and so forth. So make yourself marketable. There are some little things that you can give. There are some little things that can give you the edge over people, even if they look better than you or appear more confident. So even if people appear to be better than you or seem to be more confident than you, there are things that you can do to make yourself marketable. That winning factor is what? So that winning factor is what extra you know. So the winning factor is what you know more than them. What you know more than them is that winning factor, because you're limited by what you know. You know. So you're limited by what you know.